Guys from Alan Jackson, so let's just play this real quick. This is on the microdots video. This is a microdots video, and this has to go along with Karen Read needs funds. My friends, she needs funds. Here's a little commercial if you guys want to donate.
Translation: Karen Read does not give two shits about anybody but herself. Translation: she wants your money, but she doesn't care about you. But she expects you to give up your night out, your steak dinner, your child's extra pair of jeans.
To participate, to have dinner with Alan Jackson and Karen Read on February 7th, 2025. Here's how you do it. Listen up.
JJ.
Who does this as a murder defendant on trial for murdering her boyfriend? They're raffling off this woman and her disgusting attorney who feels like there's a very inappropriate relationship there. Does Alan Jackson's wife know that he's raffling off a meal with him and Karen? Like a date? As if there's some sort of celebrity couple?
I wanted to take a quick second to thank all of the supporters who have given us so much energy and boosted our morale for so long in defense of Karen Read. Both Karen and I and the rest of the defense team could not do what we do on a daily basis if it weren't for you folks.
You got that right. You wouldn't be able to go out for steak and lobster. Karen wouldn't be able to go get her tips done and her Botox injections and her nails did and tan in beds and getting drunk together, spending $1,000 a night on hotels together. They can't do that without you. Karen wouldn't be able to fix her teeth without your money. Karen Read wouldn't be able to go out to expensive meals every night without your money. Aren't you so glad that you're helping a woman in need with her legal defense fund while she's out spending thousands of dollars on liquor, food, and hotels? Doesn't that make you feel good about really helping a cause that really needs it? You know, like children who suffer with cancer or patients who suffer with dementia or Parkinson's or Animal Humane Society, volunteer groups, and helping them raise money to make sure that these animals get fostered and get their shots and their medical needs met. You know, that's where your money could be going. But you're donating your money to a woman who literally buys one outfit for, I don't know, $4,000. They're driving a, what did somebody say on X? $100,000 vehicle while they're out begging for money at these standouts. Yeah, translation. People are waking up, and it's freaking these people out because they're not going to be able to get paid without your money. They're not going to be able to continue the luxury lifestyle without your money.
We want to take an opportunity to thank you in person, to have a unique opportunity to have a dinner with you, to have a conversation with you, to let you into to sort of behind the scenes of what it takes to build a defense like this, what it takes to continue along the track that we're continuing, to have that no quit attitude at all times.
Where you have to live in Delulu land because you have to basically do a psyop on yourself so that you truly believe your own lies. Because the shit that you guys espouse every day is so effing ridiculous. And the fact that you don't see it or hear it really cements the idea that y'all have successfully put yourself in the middle of a psyop, and you probably have forgotten that you're lying. I just saw a clip yesterday where Karen is talking about she's going to take all of your feedback and they're going to retool and adjust based on everybody's feedback, good and bad. You know what doesn't need adjusting? The truth. She doesn't even hear it. She's on the news saying this. Seriously, if you're hearing me say this right now and you're saying to yourself, what's the big deal? I don't get it. That's totally normal. Then you are also brainwashed, because that is not normal. People who are factually innocent do not need to retool and shuffle their deck in their defense at all, ever. People that are factually innocent do not allow people who support them to completely victimize and terrorize the friends and family of the person that they're on trial for. She has never, not once, not ever, asked her supporters to stop terrorizing people that John loved. Not once. You could do both. They're not mutually exclusive. You could support her while not terrorizing John's family and friends. But you choose not to. And she chooses every day not to ask you to not do that.
And I'll tell you a secret, it comes from you guys. So I'm looking very forward to meeting some.
Yeah, it comes from you guys. Every steak meal and lobster they eat comes from you guys. Every new pair of shoes Karen buys comes from you guys. Every new blazer and dress and handbag that Karen and Jackson get. I don't think Jackson uses a handbag, but he does wear platform shoes, so I don't know how expensive those are, but they look ridiculous.
Of you in person, to sharing a nice, intimate dinner with you, to answering your questions, and really having a dialogue. But the main thing is to thank you for what you've done, what you continue to do. We couldn't be here if it weren't for you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So on behalf of the entire Karen Read Defense team, thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you in person.
What a bunch of scripted nonsense. Oh, this is the meal that Karen's family had to invite all their top YouTube grifters to, while they shut out and shunned their actual support on the ground. The people that actually put their blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. They shunned them. And she lost a lot of support because a lot of people woke up to it. Again, Karen and her team and her family and her closest grifter friends literally don't even see the problem with that. They don't get it. They don't understand why or how that was not a very wise move. And you know what Karen said at this? I don't know if they're going to show it in this clip, but she literally got on a microphone and said that she appreciated all this support because the biggest thing that Karen Read lost in this whole mess is her reputation. Chew on that. From her lips to God's ears, the biggest thing in Karen Read's mind that she lost in this tragic event was her reputation. Again, if you're listening to this and you're sitting there thinking, why is that a big deal? Yeah, well, then you're literally brainwashed. Because for those of us who are not, it's very obvious.
Karen's team gears up for the retrial, Karen and Alan would love to take a moment to personally thank and break bread with a few supporters,
without whom this defense train could not keep running.
The financial and emotional generosity of so many strangers is testament to the goodness in our county and in our country amid such awesome corruption.
We're almost there, but Karen really needs our help, so please consider participating if you can. Click the link below for the chance to secure your seat at the table.
Please act now because the giveaway is closing very, very soon.
100% of your donation will go directly to support Karen's legal defense.
All of you have been nothing short of amazing, so thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
So give Microdots a thumbs up on that video. And also, I'm going to put up the information here if you would like to put yourself in the running.
Absolutely deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. Remember, at the very beginning of all of this, David Yannetti stood on the courthouse steps and told the world that his client did not mean to do this, that it was a tragic accident, and that Karen loved John. Karen doesn't have the capacity to love. She is very likely a psychopath. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, who has any capacity for love, compassion, empathy, humility, humanity, could do to John's family, friends, community, children, what she has done. This is not a campaign to get an innocent woman free. This is a campaign to free a murderer, a very dangerous murderer. She killed her boyfriend. She knew she clipped him. She went to his house and she started plotting her defense. How was she going to cover her own ass? She most likely, my gut tells me, we're going to find out that the vehicle Lucky saw that morning outside of the Alberts house was Karen's black vehicle. She went back there. She left him to die in the snow by himself after hitting him with her huge SUV. She left him to die not once, but twice. She not only allows people to terrorize the people that John loved, but she encourages it. She is the puppet master. It's awful, it's disgusting, it's deplorable, and every single person who is a cog in this wheel has sealed themselves some pretty awful karma. Because you're not defending an innocent woman. You have put on a campaign of terror to free a guilty murderer of a Boston police officer who took in his niece and nephew, and he became their funkle. And he also became the third parental figure that they lost after John's sister and her husband passed away 6 months apart. And John loved them like his own. And you know, it sounds like the kids did like her, like Karen. So really, the kids now lost 4 parental figures. Karen was in that house, taking care of those children, whether John liked it or not. He didn't like her influence. which is why he was trying to escape. But she took their third and fourth parental figures away as well, because she never saw them again. She used them, and she continues to use them in her campaign of terror, in gaslighting. It's disgusting. And she had time before they got a restraining order. She didn't try. She knew. She told Aaron that morning, Aaron, Paul's wife, that morning, that she would never see them again. And she had to remember the bad times. She didn't call 911. She did not call hospitals. She called people at 5 o'clock in the morning and told them that John was dead. Before anybody even knew it was the next day, she's waking them up and telling them that John's dead. She didn't ask Jen McCabe what happened in that house after she left, because she knew John didn't ever go in the house. Y'all have been bamboozled. Those of you waking up, thank God. Those of you that have yet to wake up, you've got a soft place to land. But you've got to start being honest with yourself. Start asking yourself some serious questions. How many backflips do you have to do? And how much of a circus performer do you need to be to put yourself in such a pretzel to make all of these contradictory, ridiculous, outlandish ideas make sense? Karen Read murdered John O'Keefe. Not once. Not even twice. The shit show that she's put on for the last 3 years is the third time she's killing him. She blames him. She is a psychopath.